On August 28, 1973, the Pisces III submersible faced one of the most dramatic underwater emergencies in history. The vessel, operated by Vickers Oceanic, had just completed an 8-hour mission laying transatlantic telephone cables on the seabed of the Celtic Sea. Piloted by Roger Chapman and Roger Malinson, the sub surfaced as planned at 9:18 a.m. However, during routine towing procedures to bring the sub alongside the support ship, disaster struck. The tow line became entangled with the sub's aft sphere, causing water to enter the vessel. This led to an abrupt tipping, and the Pisces III began sinking rapidly. Within minutes, the tow line snapped under the weight of the sub, leaving Chapman and Malinson helpless as they plunged to the ocean floor. A staggering 1,575 feet, 480 meters below the surface. The descent was violent, with the crew hearing loud cracks as parts of the sub broke off. Remarkably, the sub stayed intact upon impact with the seabed. The ordeal began with the two men trapped in a dark, cold, 6-foot diameter capsule. With limited oxygen and resources, the stage was set for one of the most extraordinary survival and rescue stories ever recorded in underwater exploration. The Pisces III, a Canadian-built submersible, was engineered in 1969 by International Hydrodynamics of North Vancouver, British Columbia. Designed for deep-sea exploration and commercial operations, the vessel was 6 feet, 2 meters in diameter, capable of holding 2 crew members. By 1971, the sub was acquired by Vickers Oceanic, a British company specializing in underwater engineering. To improve its maneuverability, the Pisces III was modified, including the removal of its original tail fins, a change that would later prove consequential. Over its operational life, the Pisces III demonstrated impressive reliability. By 1973, it had completed over 300 dives. Despite its track record, the sub experienced occasional mishaps, including a 1971 incident during testing when it sank but was successfully retrieved. Its capabilities included laying transatlantic telephone cables, a critical task that required advanced precision. Crews used onboard water jets to liquefy mud on the seabed, place cables, and then bury them. However, these missions were physically demanding, requiring operators to contort themselves in the cramped space for hours. On the day of the incident, Chapman and Malinson were seasoned experts, confident in the sub's performance. Yet, even with extensive preparation, unforeseen challenges would put their skills and resolve to the ultimate test. The Pisces III's August 28, 1973 mission began as routine as any deep-sea operation could be at 1,600 feet below sea level. Chapman and Malinson worked for 8 grueling hours in cramped, physically taxing conditions, meticulously laying transatlantic telephone cables. After completing their shift, they began their ascent to the surface, reaching it at 9:18 a.m. Their ordeal, however, was just beginning. As the sub was prepared for towing to the support ship, the tow line became ensnared with the aft sphere, a compartment housing critical equipment. This entanglement allowed water to breach the sphere, destabilizing the vessel. The Pisces III tilted back and, within moments, began to sink. The alarm system, designed to signal moisture issues, blared ominously. Before the crew could react, the tow line snapped under immense pressure, sending the sub into a free fall. The descent was chaotic, with loud cracking sounds as the sub's components failed under pressure. In an effort to slow their fall, the crew dropped a 400-pound lead weight and turned off all electrical systems. They braced for impact in total darkness, using cotton in their mouths to prevent biting their tongues. Miraculously, the Pisces III survived the impact intact, but the two men were stranded on the ocean floor. Trapped at the bottom of the Celtic Sea, Chapman and Malinson faced a dire situation. The Pisces III rested at a depth of 1,575 feet, 480 meters, with limited oxygen, food, and power. The temperature inside the sub was freezing, and the vessel was upside down. They had started the dive with 72 hours of oxygen, but 8 hours had already been consumed during their mission. That left them with 66 hours to survive. Maintaining radio contact with the surface ship, Vickers Voyager, the men relayed their condition and detailed the situation. They devised strategies to conserve oxygen, including laying still and refraining from speaking. Periodically, they scrubbed the cabin's air using lithium hydroxide fans to remove carbon dioxide and released minimal oxygen to keep the atmosphere breathable. Food and water supplies were scarce, a single sandwich and a can of lemonade. Yet, the psychological challenges were arguably the most taxing. Chapman, newly married, and Malinson, a father of 4, thought about their families as they fought to stay alive. The harsh environment forced them into a near meditative state of stillness, periodically signaling to one another with hand squeezes to confirm they were alive and conscious. As news of the Pisces III incident spread, an international rescue operation was launched involving the Royal Navy, the U.S. Navy, and the Canadian Coast Guard. Each organization dispatched specialized submersibles to retrieve the trapped crew. The Pisces II and Pisces V were mobilized, while Curvy III, a U.S. Navy vehicle designed for bomb recovery, was sent to assist. The rescue mission faced significant logistical hurdles, as the required equipment had to be transported hundreds of miles to the accident site. Initial rescue attempts were fraught with setbacks. The first dives by Pisces II and Pisces V were unsuccessful, as technical failures and poor visibility hampered their progress. Curvy III also faced electrical issues, delaying its deployment. Meanwhile, Chapman and Malinson remained trapped, conserving resources and waiting for rescue. The clock was ticking as oxygen levels dwindled. With the odds stacked against them, the rescuers faced immense pressure. By August 30th, the combined efforts of the teams had yet to yield results. The psychological toll was mounting for both the rescuers and the trapped crew, but the teams refused to give up, knowing the stakes were life or death. By August 30th, 1973, the situation had reached a critical juncture. Chapman and Malinson's oxygen supply was nearly depleted, leaving just hours for a successful recovery. The rescuers pushed their equipment and expertise to the limit. Finally, Pisces II managed to locate the Pisces III on the seabed. Curvy III, the U.S. Navy's remotely operated vehicle, was deployed to attach a recovery line to the stranded sub. The operation was precarious. Curvy III struggled with strong underwater currents and limited visibility. After several attempts, it successfully hooked a line to the Pisces III. Using a combination of winches and buoyancy adjustments, the rescue team began the painstaking process of lifting the sub from the seabed. As the Pisces III ascended, tension mounted on the surface. The crew aboard the Vickers Voyager prepared for the possibility of medical emergencies or worse. At 1:17 a.m. on August 31st, the sub broke the surface, marking the end of a harrowing 76-hour ordeal. Chapman and Malinson, though weak and dehydrated, emerged alive. Their survival was hailed as a testament to human resilience and the extraordinary collaboration of the international rescue teams. The Pisces III incident became a landmark in underwater rescue history. The successful operation underscored the importance of international cooperation and technological advancements in deep-sea exploration. Chapman and Malinson became instant celebrities, sharing their experiences in interviews and documentaries. Their story highlighted not just the physical challenges of deep-sea missions, but also the psychological resilience required to survive under extreme conditions. In the wake of the rescue, Vickers Oceanic conducted an extensive review of the incident, leading to design modifications for the Pisces-class submersibles. Improvements included enhanced towline mechanisms and fail-safes to prevent similar accidents. The event also spurred advancements in rescue protocols and technology, ensuring better preparedness for future underwater emergencies. The legacy of the Pisces III rescue continues to inspire. It is often cited in discussions about crisis management, teamwork, and survival. Chapman and Malinson's ordeal became a testament to human endurance, demonstrating that even in the most inhospitable conditions, hope and determination can prevail. The extraordinary survival of Roger Chapman and Roger Malinson captured global attention. Media outlets from around the world chronicled their 76-hour ordeal, transforming the Pisces III rescue into a widely followed story. Newspapers dubbed the incident a miracle of survival, while television broadcasts detailed the technical challenges and emotional toll of the rescue. In the years following the incident, Chapman and Malinson shared their experiences in books and public appearances. Chapman authored No Time on Our Side, offering a gripping first-hand account of their time trapped on the ocean floor. The story was also featured in documentaries, including episodes in series like Seconds from Disaster and Sea Rescue Chronicles. These retellings highlighted the technological and human aspects of the rescue, ensuring the incident remained an enduring part of maritime lore. The Pisces III rescue also found a place in popular culture, inspiring fiction and nonfiction works. Its themes of perseverance, teamwork, and human ingenuity resonated widely, making it one of the most memorable underwater survival stories in history.